Hey, what's up, friend? You are you interested in lack of skill? Yeah. Or maybe some suck. I'm just a new guy for the love of game. We don't go, I know it's bad. Times have changed, but not my mad. Don't you know that games are my thing? Yeah, I know it's getting real late. Come on, look at me. I even do storytelling. Also podcasts on great game subjects. Okay, yeah, I'm not a Markiplier or a PewDiePie. But hey, that's what makes me so unique, right? 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 Hello everyone, it is me, Niko the Legend. How are you? Today is going to be a bit more on the, well, I guess you could say on the serious side of things. As you all know, you see the title there, it says something about Niko going on vacation. And what does that all mean? Does it mean that Niko is, Nick is actually going on vacation, visiting somewhere, family, friends for a certain amount of time? Not necessarily. Actually, what it really means is that Niko the Legend, well, I didn't think it would come to this already, but I think it's time. I think it's really time to, this is even hard for me to say, but I thought about it. And, many of you probably wouldn't even hear this message or even know what's going on in the Niko the Legend channel. But for those of you who do and have stuck with me and do care about the stuff I release, and I don't mean to get so sappy and somber and all this depressing stuff, but it's time for a change. It's time for Niko the Legend to say goodbye for a while. Yes, as in no more videos on the Niko the Legend channel after the release of this podcast. That's right. Niko the Legend, that is what his vacation entails of. I should have just said retirement if I'm not going to put anything else on, but there's always a possibility of coming back. I just don't know when and how long, I just don't know the duration of how long this so-called Niko vacation is going to be. And there was many things that have led to this decision. I know it sounds over the top, really melodramatic, but I would like to say something than not say anything to you guys at all. For those of you who actually do watch these podcasts or whatever videos that you see on here. And I just want to say thanks for, for people that have been here for a very long time with Niko the Legend. You know as well as I do that I've been doing these videos for a long time. Shoot, if we're going to just do a recap, this channel is technically, it's pretty old. It's been around since 2007, 2008, and I've only posted 2 videos around that time. It was just 2 Dragon Ball Z music videos. And that's when I was a little bit new when it came to the YouTube world. I didn't know what this platform was really about. Only that I was able to post videos and to look at videos. I didn't really know everything else. I was a young 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old. I think a lot of us didn't really understand how YouTube worked with its algorithms and its systems. And YouTube was a different ball game back in the day. I want to say that YouTube was probably more forgiving and not as saturated, that's for dang sure. But I do remember there were still a lot of videos that were posted around that time. But I didn't know too much. I didn't know about tags. I didn't know how to do proper information, how do people define my videos. I didn't promote anything because I just did the 2 videos, and then senior year of high school was more focused on school, and then I graduated, then I went to community college for a while. Didn't really see anything to do with it. Also, I was in a band around the time, so let's just say my mind was elsewhere. As time went on to 2016, there's going through some troubling times in my life. I just broke up with my fiance. We used to live in Georgia for a few months, trying to get a job out there after graduating from a university of Central Florida with a psych degree, bachelor's, and you guys know as well as I do, not many jobs are available. But I thought I'd take the plunge and be the risk taker, high risk, high reward situation, I guess. So we used to live in Florida quite a bit. Used to commute to Universal Central Florida. But then after it was all said and done, we decided to move to Georgia and see if we can have a new beginning there or something like that. Some stupid faraway journey like that. Which I'm not the only one that goes on this, but I definitely did learn my lesson, and it didn't work out for both of us and for me in the end educationally with education, getting a job, and relationship wise. So coming back home, finding a place to stay, and being solo after so many years, a few and a half years, but I didn't know what to do. And I think it just kind of hit me out of the blue. I was doing a channel with my good friend Deal, a YouTube channel called Scrub Pub. It was a Let's Play gaming channel. We've done a couple of live skits on there as well. It was a lot of fun. But I think this is the time where things were kind of transitioning out of that, because we did the Let's Plays for about 2.5 years or something like that. Actually, the channel's last video was back in 2017, but we used to do it more diligently with the whole recording Let's Plays and stuff quite a bit. But anyway, it was time for NikoTheLegend to get his footing, start his YouTube stuff on his own channel. And that's when, if you look at the videos, back in 2016, I believe, is when we started to really bring out the videos. 5 years later, we're at over 1,000 uploads, which sounds pretty crazy, right? That is a lot to put on my channel. Now, you just got to remember, I used to do a lot of Let's Plays on my channel, and you know how much space that takes up on your channel. Let's Plays, informative videos, podcasts, doing book narrations for Grimm's fairy tale stories, so on and so forth. The sky's the limit. I've done almost every type of I've done almost everything on my channel I could possibly do for myself to see whatever works and clicks. And it wasn't until 2017 when I started to work on, I started to work on BioWare videos, Mass Effect videos, and that's what really clicked for my channel. For the longest time, it was a slow and steady progress, but it was progress. Something was happening. It wasn't the big leap that I've hoped that some people get overnight. They hit the bank, hit the lottery, fit whatever YouTube algorithm that YouTube deems fit that they want to succeed. Because deep down, YouTube decides who they want to get popular by what videos release, who you are as a person, and what, believe it or not, political beliefs you have. I know shadow banning does exist, and that's kind of where I am at now. Technically, I've been doing this since 2008, and it's 2021, and I still haven't hit over 1,000 subs. I still haven't reached that milestone. Honestly, this video should have been done for when I hit 1,000 subscribers milestone, but you know what? I'm fed up with it. Because after so many years of doing this, of plugging and playing the game that is YouTube, I've learned that this stuff isn't cut out for NikoTheLegend. This is not a place to where I can grow and be successful. Sure, a lot of us, it is, the first 1,000 subscribers is probably the most difficult journey on YouTube that anybody faces. Most of us, I would agree on. But that's how they definitely weed you out. And sometimes people give up right away. They post, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 videos. They realize it's not going anywhere, and they move on to something else, which is smart. You cut the head off the snake. But I didn't know any better. I just kept rolling with the punches, hoping that something breaks through the cracks. Hoping that something, like YouTube shows mercy on me and gives me a lucky break. No. After 5 years of diligently and constantly posting things, I understand quality over quantity. I'm a firm believer of that. But I was experimenting with my channel. I was trying new things. I was connecting with the people that care about my videos. And of course, the Mass Effect informative stuff was stuffing I was just throwing out left and right because it was pretty easy. There was editing and production value to it, but to an extent to these big time YouTubers that spend like 2 weeks on it, nothing like that. But it was getting the job done, and I was seeing growth, and it was making me happy. I was doing what was working. I was obeying the laws. But at the same time, I didn't just want to do that. I didn't want to be a one-trick pony. That's not who I am. I like to prove to people and to myself that I can do multiple things on the channel and other things in life, because I don't want to be just strapped in for one ride and ride the roller coaster over and over again. And after that's all said and done, it just wasn't enough. YouTube, just to give you an example here, ever since Mass Effect Legendary Edition came out back in May, first or second week of May, my channel was doing great. We were seeing increases. I was almost to the 1,000 subscriber mark. Think of it. All those thousands of uploads I posted is actually going to be rewarded. I wasn't going to be so top heavy anymore. I had ground to stand on. I wasn't standing on the deep end or at the end of a diving board or the plank and being cast aside. I was actually walking back to my boat. I got my sea legs. But lo and behold, that dream was crushed. And like I said, it's going to get a little cringy and cheesy, so I do apologize in advance. And oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, if you do like what you see today, feel free to subscribe to the NikoTheLegend channel, because it's going to be the last time you'll ever hear me say that. Well, for a very long time. I'm going to do my best. So, ever since Mass Effect Legendary came out, my channel has been stuck. It's hit a wall. I may have lost 2 subscribers, 4, and I got some back, but I have been stuck in the 950 range for the past 2 months. And for many of you, that is, for me and for many of you who understand what I'm talking about, hitting a plateau. It is frustrating, and it is disappointing, and it is messed up beyond belief, because there is no right God-given explanation of why all of a sudden I'm just cut off from this progress, this growth I was having. I was very happy with how things were going, and now the rug has just been pulled from underneath me, and I'm just left with nothing. And you could say I'm sick of it. I'm tired of this cruelty. I'm tired of being neglected like this. Nobody deserves to go through this. And a smart person would move on and find new plateaus and avenues to explore, which I have been doing, and you guys know as well as I do on what I'm talking about. For example, my NikoTheLegend book. I'm hoping to make that a reality of getting popular and famous with the book. I know it's ambitious, but you know what? I have a much better time with that dream than this crumbling dream. And I've been doing the NikoTheLegend book project for the past 7 years. So I know what it's like to look at the big picture, okay? I'm not all about the short and sweet, although my informative videos seem to be like that. And I do tend to ramble quite a bit. But hey, that's what makes NikoTheLegend a little bit tilted and special. So guys, 2 months of not going anywhere. And it's no views, no subscribers. My Mass Effect videos don't get me anywhere anymore. The cream of the crop, the juice, the meat of NikoTheLegend's channel is no longer, it is just dry to the bone. Chewed, spit out, and forgotten. You guys, I hate to say you guys, but I am talking to you people that are listening to this, because this is going to be on Spotify and YouTube, and then we'll talk about the Niko Show and Oak and the Unbearable aren't dead, but NikoTheLegend is going to be gone for a while. I just want to throw that out. We'll get into details on that in a little bit here. But you guys have left me. You have abandoned me. For those of you who have stuck by me for almost all the videos that give a shit about what I'm talking about and what I had to say, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I wish it was enough, but it's not. And I'm not trying to be greedy here. I'm just trying to reach one simple milestone, which many of you will be like, yeah, that should be pretty easy to get. You're really close, Niko. You should keep going. No, I should not keep going. This is an unhealthy addiction. You know as well as I do, over 1,000 videos, and this is where I've gotten. I have put my time and effort into this. I have worked very hard on this channel, and look where it's gotten me. It's gotten me to this point in my life. Not, like I said, I'm not trying to sound over dramatic here, but it's true. This channel, it wasn't a waste of time. It was more of a lesson learned on when to move on and live, live to fight another day. And that other day coming back to this could be a very long time. Who knows? In my absence, I hope that somebody out there will, whoever's left, and then that hasn't just cast me aside, people who actually give a shit about me still. Because I understand we all do it, we all follow a channel for a while, then we move on to somebody else, the next best thing, because we get bored. And that's the thing. That's why I do these different forms of media on my channel. So it's not just the one trick pony. I try to do the funny skits. I try to do the informative videos. I try to do the old Mass Effect streams where I'd actually talk to you, get on your guys' level. I'm a person who's not afraid to get out from behind the curtain. I'm not a coward. I'm not a pussy like that. Okay? I hate to be so blunt, and I'm not ranting or anything. I'm just making a point here, saying that I was never afraid to face my audience, like many of you are. A lot of you on YouTube are cowards that don't do that. You are afraid to stand on your own two legs on your own channel because you like to stay in your comfort zone and hide in your shell. I was never like that. I treated everybody with respect as long as they gave me respect. And if they didn't give me respect, well, I give them a piece of my mind. And that's the type of person I am. When push comes to shove. If you're going to disrespect me in my house, you get the fuck out, as anybody else would do. Nobody deserves that type of treatment when you're being kind and genuine. No. You take advantage of that, fuck you. With that said, I was never afraid to get on your guys' level, talk to you, show you that I'm actually not just a shill. There's no facade. This is me, bare bones, live, crazy, uncut, everything. No filter, raw as it can be. And I try to make it fun with you guys. I try to interact with you. I try to hear what you guys have to say. That's why I haven't done a live Niko show in a while, because this is at the point where I just stopped caring about doing that. I mean, of course, you're going to see this premiere on YouTube, but it is pre-recorded. I do apologize for that. That's on me, of course. But I don't have that motivation to go live anymore because I don't have that spark. Now, like I said, for those of you who are successful and have never faced their audience before, not replying to comments. I'm talking about actually doing live streams and talking to your people, hanging out with your subscribers or your followers, whoever, If you haven't done that yet and you're still successful, shame on you, because you owe it to them to do that. Get out of your shell, quit being a coward, and talk to your audience. That's how you and I know, it's hard to take advice from somebody who's making a whole speech about how I can't even get past 1,000 subscribers. But hey, I got no shame. I'm not afraid to face the music. That's what I'm saying. I'm real as it. I try to be as real as it gets with this stuff. I should probably have posted something on YouTube here. There. Oh, 1 second. There. Now you see the NikoTheLegend channel. That was supposed to be my visual aid. On Spotify, you guys won't see. So, I know this might be an episode on the shorter side, and I don't want to say goodbye. It's just NikoTheLegend is going on vacation for a while. Now let's talk about what's going to be happening in my absence on this channel. You won't see the last of me. NikoTheLegend will still stream on Twitch. If anybody wants to see me continue the legacy of NikoTheLegend, you'll see me with my book. You'll see me on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter. The links are all there. Listen to the Niko Show on Spotify. Because guess what? I'm not done with the Niko Show. The Niko Show I really appreciate doing. Which, of course, everything's going to be pre-recorded from now on, because there will be no live showing on YouTube. Because, like I said, after this Niko Show, this is the last video that's being posted for a very long time. So, say your prayers. Enjoy what... And there is... Real quick, there is so much to look at on the NikoTheLegend channel. I have over 1,000 videos. You guys can get your Niko appetite fulfilled, sustained, for a very long time, satiated. Start from the beginning and then work your way up. There's many, many videos. And I know that a lot of the informative videos, they age poorly because that's just how it goes. But like I said, there are a lot of podcasts that I've done. There are a lot of Let's Plays that I've done. There are many other forms of Niko that you can enjoy. And that's what I'm saying. I offer a lot to the plate. I try to be interesting that way. Like I said, one trick pony. Now, anyway, the Niko Show and Oaken the Unbearable. Remember those names carefully. The Niko Show. Let's start with that. The Niko Show is still happening. You're going to still see it on Spotify. If you haven't followed me on Spotify, you'll check out the link below in the description or any of the other podcast episodes. Spotify, and Libsyn. Libsyn is the first party podcast platform that I use. I know many of you probably have never heard of it, but for people who do podcasts, you might have heard of it. But I would say Spotify is more common ground for a lot of people. It's the more well-known media platform. So just type up The Niko Show by NikoTheLegend or Nicholas Sorokin, and I will be on there with my frog body and sword. And there will be episodes posted on that. I'm going to try to stick to the one podcast or one every 2 weeks podcast episode. And yeah, check out the links for the Libsyn and the Niko Show. And I just want to keep doing this because I love doing the podcast. I'm kind of sick and tired of doing the informative videos. And of course, I haven't done a Let's Play on my channel in a while. You know, that's that's way out of style at this point in YouTube and my life. Of course, I would love, if anybody who knows me, if we've ever had a good time doing Let's Plays together and you want to do it, let me know. I would love to do it again. Start a new channel. I don't care about that. I don't care if it doesn't go anywhere. I'm still having fun doing Let's Plays because that's what that channel is all about. Unfortunately, on NikoTheLegend, it didn't get me very far. But that's okay. I had fun doing it nonetheless. With Dayton, Dr. DeCesso, Deal, even Tomato TCG, so on and so forth. That's what it's all about, is having fun. But when YouTube is not letting me be able to play by the rules, even though I am, and they're doing this neglectful, hurtful treatment on me, that's when I have a problem. That's when I don't want to play your stupid game anymore. On this channel in particular. Now, like I said, the Niko Show is not getting its own YouTube channel. It's just going to be on Spotify and Libsyn. So please check out that stuff. Please check me out on Spotify and Libsyn. I much appreciate it. And then you got all the backlog of the Niko Show episodes here. It's not just new stuff I talk about on the Niko Show. I've talked about plenty of other stuff. I've had many special guests on my channel that were so amazing. Such great amount of people I've met, interviewed, done collabs with. It has been a blast to meet these new people and get to know them better. For example, Victoria Hoverson, lovely lady, warms my heart whenever I got a chance to sit down and talk to her about costume designing and cosplay and everything. Wonderful person. Michael, great Michael, who does lo-fi music work. Zelda and Chill, Pokey and Chill, great hip-hop music creator in the lo-fi genre. Awesome dude. Got to meet him for the first time. John Paul Hayward, great composer for the Cross Symphonic album. And then, last but not least, Carolyn Woolis. You know, she was a fantastic person to have on the show. First ever NikoTheLegend, the Niko Show interview in person. And, you know, I love her to death. She's a fantastic person. Really, really sweet girl. So I had a blast doing that and meeting all the new people. And then, you know, so on and so forth for the people that just hung out with me and talked about whatever with me. With Saint Wolven and Rated RPG and Dayton Does Gaming and so on and so forth. You know, thank you, friends. It has been a great pleasure to do this with you. So that's not going to end. That fun, it will always continue because the Niko Show, who knows? One day, maybe I'll get enough people to check that out. With your guys' help, I hope so. But like I said, the Niko Show doesn't do so well on its own 2 feet as of late because we're really hitting the wall with what's going on our channel. So that's why we're taking this big old break or never coming back to the NikoTheLegend. Who knows? I never say die, right? Now, Oaken the Unbearable. Now, who is Oaken the Unbearable? This is honest to God truth here. I don't even believe in God. Oaken the Unbearable is the manifestation of my frustrations of YouTube doing this to my life and wasting my time and not getting the attention I deserve, which anybody can say that easily, but I'm serious. If you guys have been with me long enough, you know that the channel deserves more than this cruel punishment of being neglected. And I know YouTube, how crazy it can be and how saturated and how the policies and shadow banning, I know all that bullshit that goes into it. The SEO, search engine optimization, is a load of horse shit. Big old pile of crap. Because like there is favoritism on YouTube. There is bias. Don't tell me there's not. There's no such thing with this algorithm. So Oaken the Unbearable. I've done 2 videos. Unboxing of Mass Effect and Stan's Trial. Those are fairly new, 2 weeks at the most. And I just released the Oaken Stance trial video. Those are videos I enjoy really doing. Those are the brand new thing that I was experimenting on my channel. They haven't been too successful because of how oversaturated my channel is, and because I don't think anybody gives a shit about Niko the Legend stuff anymore. But for those of you who have watched it, thank you so much. I appreciate it big time. I want Oaken the Unbearable to stand on his own 2 feet. I want him to start from scratch. I want the manifestation of Niko the Legend's frustrations, the Jekyll and Hyde of all channels. Oaken the Unbearable is going to get his own channel. That's right. I said it. I don't care if I piece it together with tissue paper or paper mache. I don't care what the layout looks like. All you're getting on this channel is Oaken the Unbearable skits. Sure, will Niko the Legend be on these skits? Maybe. This is a MCU, multiverse. This is a crossover event. No, but seriously, Oaken the Unbearable, that's all it's going to be, is this all Oaken stuff. Just doing these skits. I'm going to try to come up with creative things to do to make it interesting. And who knows, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I have to start over. Maybe it's time for a fresh start after so many years. Because, sometimes the simplest answer is the best answer, and it's right fucking in front of you. And that's how I feel at the time. So the Niko show, it's on Spotify and Libsyn. And then everything else that's come before this, you'll see on YouTube still. I'm not deleting any videos. Hell no, I don't delete videos. I don't care what I said of them. I don't care what YouTube thought of them. I don't care what anybody else thought of them. I don't puss out like that. I like how I grow as a person, and I want people to see that if they ever get curious. And I want them to know that I'm not no chicken shit. I don't back down from stuff like that. So Niko show, Spotify, Libsyn, Oaken the Unbearable will get its own name and identity, and you guys will see that. I will be posting stuff about that in Discord, Twitter, Facebook, all this stuff, and I can't wait because Oaken the Unbearable, I get to do some crazy, wacky, weird shit on it that's funny. It's funny. It's going to be a comedy type channel. I think people will think of it as a comedic type avenue for this channel, for the Oaken channel. And it's going to be fun. But I'm going to just be posting one of the videos that I have at a time. I have a total of 2. So it'll be a little while until a new video comes out. But don't worry, when you see it on YouTube, on its own channel, it'll be new to you. So you'll definitely get a lot of updates on that. Because, heck, this is going to be a lot of fun. I can take my time on these videos. I'll be able to not get so crazy. I won't have to do any more Let's Plays or news stuff. I won't have to keep up with it anymore. If people want me to go on their channel to do stuff like as Niko the Legend, hey, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with going to other people's channel as Niko. I'm not ashamed to be Niko. I'm just fed up. I just want a vacation or retire at this point. That's what I'm trying to say here with the Niko the Legend channel. And it's just gotten to that point, folks. I understand it. Sometimes I shouldn't let this stuff get to me so badly, but I wanted to get somewhere on this. It's all of it's a numbers game, and when you look at the numbers and they're not going up, there's something you're not doing right. But it's not always the player. They say don't hate the player, hate the game, and the game of YouTube sucks. It is near impossible for people nowadays to get anywhere. You have to seriously be a lucky motherfucker. You have to hit that lottery. And people, I hear it all the time. I hear people saying, look, oh man, if I did a channel, I would do this and that and do that. I'm like, okay, but I bet you anything after a month you'll give up. Most people do after about 2 weeks because they realize how fucking obnoxious YouTube is and how difficult it is to get anywhere. Okay, it is very time consuming. You have to put in a lot of hours. And unfortunately, the hours I put in, YouTube doesn't give 2 fucks about it. Okay, 90% of my audience on my channel, they don't give 2 fucks about Niko the Legend anymore either. So you kind of get an idea where I'm coming from. I don't appreciate the lack of respect that I have given you guys, and I don't get it in return. But I've already said that before. I don't want to just keep rambling on and on. And so that's pretty much that's the bottom line here. In conclusion, Niko the Legend, going on vacation, don't know when I'll be back. It won't be the last of them, but you won't see me for a long time. Oaken the Unbearable, own channel. The Niko Show podcast on Libsyn and Spotify. That's what's going on in my absence. So, it's just going on a different journey here. I'm experimenting. That's what life's all about. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of being mistreated, and I'm just not playing by their rules anymore. So fuck them. You know, that's why a lot of people do make their own web pages to post their own videos. Go to other publishing platforms and stuff. A lot of people do it because their voices aren't being heard properly. Even if they're getting more subs than I am, more successful, it's still not enough though. So when push comes to shove, and I'm shoving back pretty hard, like how I shove a lot of crap out of my ass, which is what lands on my YouTube page. Wow, isn't that interesting? So that's it for that. Now this last part is a little bit on the lighter side. I know I made it all doom and gloom, and it is a lot of it doom and gloom. But I had some great memories on this. I had some great monumentous occasions on the YouTube platform. Of course, I'm not gonna deny that I didn't. Um, this whole thing was a learning process, and it still is because this shit is constantly changing, like insurance companies. Excuse me. This YouTube is constantly changing their policies, adding new filters, making it all kid friendly. I'm not a kid friendly guy. Twitch and YouTube are very kid friendly places, even though they have YouTube for kids. It doesn't fucking matter. Those kids aren't not everybody's gonna be using that. Parents don't give a fuck about that. Um, you know, that's just how it is. That's the vicious cycle. And a lot of kids, they don't like what I'm doing. They don't understand the content. Actually, I don't even know what demographics I really reach. I mean, I guess mainly kids, but I'm not getting the right people that are coming to the channel, that are the motivated ones to subscribe, that appreciate my work, my personality. They don't like the real me. They don't like how I don't filter anything out. And that's just, I'm sorry, folks. That's just how it is. Tough love, man. We're living in a world full of cowards and pussies that can't get out from behind the stage. Curtain on the stage and face their audience, face the music. There's a lot of big old cowards out there, big old puss balls, and that I'm not one of them. I'm telling you how it is. I'm not afraid to lose people in the process because I realize who my real friends are, or allies, or whatever you want to call it. That's what it's all about. I'm not adhering to the masses of people wanting me to be neutered, being a little bitch about things, being all nice and gentle. I'm like, no, I'm going to talk to you like a real human being, how anybody else should. Because you guys deserve that. You don't deserve a lying cheat like some people are out there that are big old shills that are afraid to express their opinions because they're worried about their fucking reputation. Well, like I said, you're a big old coward. You don't have a spine. You better start growing one or find some homeless guy on the street somewhere and take his spine. Oh my god, Niko, you're telling people to murder homeless people for spines? Yeah, sure. No. Oh, I hear a rumble outside of the thunder. I think that's good old YouTube. So let's get to the positive things about, what I've done on my YouTube channel. I mentioned before doing the collabs. The collabs were probably the best part about it, honestly. Having people on the NikoTheLegend channel was a blast. I wanted to do the networking, I wanted to be spread out like that. I wanted people to talk about me, to spread the good word of Niko, because sometimes that's what it takes, is networking. But even when I did that, it wasn't enough. But we're not talking about the negatives because you already know enough about that. But all those special guests and the conversations we had, learning about these new people, learning about these people, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoy that quite a bit. I love hearing people talk. I don't mind sitting here and listening to you ramble on because I do it all the time. It's only fair. It's only fair. And there's so much to learn about an individual. You never know what piece of information they're going to, talk to you about or tell you that you didn't know originally. And that's what's awesome about that. I mentioned it before, the NikoTheLegend stuff, when I had the special guests, like Michael, Victoria Hofferson, John Paul Hayward, Carolyn Woolis, they're all artists and coming from all different, they're all shapes and different shapes and sizes, coming from all different backgrounds. And it was just a badass time just to get to know these people. And then whoever else I did collabs with on the Niko show, or just the Let's Plays. Oh my god, I can't tell you how much fun I had doing the Let's Plays with Dayton Does Gaming. Dayton, if you ever hear this, my dude, I had a great time doing those collabs with you of Pokemon. It was it was a ton of fun, and I wish those things have gotten somewhere. But you know what? They will always be on the channel, and whenever I want to hear us just go back and forth and relive the good old memories, I'll always be able to watch that. And that's the great thing, unless YouTube decides to delete my channel, but that'd be very unconstitutional, wouldn't it? YouTube wouldn't be very. Where's democracy in that? But that's probably my favorite thing, was just interacting with all the different people on my channel. You know, like I said, I was never afraid to meet new folk and get to know them. And a lot of people find it pretty nerve-wracking to interview people they never interviewed before. Imagine how I felt interviewing Carolyn Woolis, Carolyn the Dawn Patrol. I mean, I've known her for a while now. We go to the same gym, and I've seen her play live and stuff, live music. But I never actually got to sit down with her one-on-one like that in my own home. You know, it's a pretty nerve-wracking experience on both ends. It can be very nerve-wracking. But we had a blast. It was a great hour-and-a-half session of learning all this cool stuff. And if you guys haven't checked that out, you definitely need to. It's definitely up there in one of the most watched Niko the Legend podcast episodes. Fantastic time, Carolyn. Oh, man, she was just fantastic on there. Same with Victoria, Michael, and John, and Saint, Dayton. Man, you guys are amazing. You guys really, really made it great. And, and I generally just talk to them like normal human beings would. Sure, I ask questions and stuff, but that's the whole point of the interview. But they're not like obnoxious questions where I'm trying to like make you spill your guts or reveal information that could sabotage your career or something. I'm not an asshole. I'm not a game journalist or some low-life creature from the crypt. I don't fucking do that. We're just having a discussion. We're just talking. And a lot of people have, they struggle with that. From doing all this stuff on my channel, and everything else in life, just confrontation and just meeting new people, I'm used to stuff like that. And I try to do a good job of making people feel nice, warm, and welcome on the channel, I'm not out to get you. I'm not out to make you feel scared. I'm just, we're just talking. I compliment you because you deserve it, because I enjoy the work you do. Why the fuck not am I not going to appreciate your work? You're on the channel for a reason. I owe you this time. I owe you for wanting to take the time out of your busy schedule to be with me. So anyway, bottom line, special guests and whoever I did collabs on the channel, those were the best times. And here's another great memory, was the Mass Effect Legendary Edition reveal on the channel. Now that was a special time, and that's the time where I really thought that people were really giving a shit about my stuff on my channel, like especially my Mass Effect videos or anything BioWare related, news related, right? That's when it was like the N7 stream last November, almost a year ago. And that was such a great time because we did a pre-show for about half an hour to an hour. I was getting people in there. It was great, meeting all kinds of new people, fans of Mass Effect and stuff. YouTube was showing me mercy. This is when they actually showed me mercy, giving me a little bit of some breadcrumbs. Now they don't give me fucking anything because they're assholes. Please, sir, can I have some more? No, they don't even give me that. But we were getting people in there. And then once the show started, holy crap. I had at least 50 plus people in the channel. First time ever on a YouTube stream. It was awesome. And my reaction was so genuine on the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This little teaser trailer being revealed. If you ever want to check that out, go back to November videos and you'll find that stream. It was a genuinely fun stream. We had a great time, and that's when I thought that things were going Niko's way finally. I was getting the attention, I was given the breadcrumbs, and things were going my way. But anyway, besides the point, that was definitely one of the best streams I've ever had of that. That was a fantastic time. Another fun stream was doing the Mass Effect collab or whatever with Rated RPG, St. Wolven, and Alpha Gaming. That was a blast to do. That was a great time. 4 people talking just all about Mass Effect, coming from all sides of the world, just reconvening, and we had a lot of people there. It was good. It was action-packed with comments. People were talking to us. Us talking to each other for, me and 3 special guests. It was awesome. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I try to offer on my channel. I try to make people, I try to invite them into my Niko the Legend house. I try to talk to them about whatever you want to talk about, and then you know, getting to know the audience, the people that are watching. That's what makes it so fun. Although some of you get a little bit over the top with your comments and stuff, but you know what? That's just the name of the game. I understand that. I don't let that shit really get to me, because I'm not a fucking. I'm not whatever. I've been rejected. I've been insulted countless times in my life. You know, you learn to grow numb to the pain, as depressing as that sounds, but I can't help it. So, those are just some of the memories that I've had that just bring back good times. So, if I had one video that I was the most proud of, which I really, at the time, was hoping that this would be the magnum opus of my channel. And I've talked about it on the Niko show. I've talked about it millions of times on the channel, and I'm still very proud of it, is my Final Fantasy IX is better than Final Fantasy VII video. That is the video I put the most time. It took a total of 8 months to do. Well, I was being kind of laid back about it. I mean, I was working on it every day, just not like 6 hours out of the day, maybe 1 or 2 hours, you know, being casual. But that's where I had a full-on script, the most editing I've ever done for a video, and the longest of video I've ever edited. It was 40-something minutes long, 46 minutes. And yeah, of course, there was a couple of things that I could have added that could have been better. There's some things that I wish I could redact on, but I can't. It's already set in stone. And for the most part, 90% of what I said on there, I still firmly believe. I always will think Final Fantasy IX is the best one, and I do love Final Fantasy VII, but first and second place, oh, that's a huge margin, difference of power there. But it is in the top two, both of those games. But anyway, with that said, that was the video that I was the most proud of, because all the time and effort that went into it. And it's doing a decent job still. People are still finding it from time to time, you know. I still get comments on it, which is cool. I mean, it's in the popular uploads. It's in the top 10. It's I'm going to read this to you. It's got 7.6k views. It's been out for 4 years. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I am very happy with it. Sure, I was wanting it to be the one that gets me on the YouTube radar big time. Maybe one day it will. There's always a possibility that one of these videos will break the algorithm, that will sneak through, and you're not even paying attention. One day you just wake up and that video is at over 100,000 views or something crazy like that, you know? It's very possible. Any one of your videos could hit the lottery. You just never know. After all this time, it has not happened to me. After 5 years of constantly working on this channel, it has not happened. That is a painful thing to remember by. But my favorite video, yes, is the top 9 reasons Final Fantasy IX is better than Final Fantasy VII. I will take that to my grave. That opinion will still hold weight till the day I die. So, that's how it be, folks. That's how it be. Try to think of any other great memories. I don't know. I think just posting videos, I always enjoyed it and stuff. Yeah, I got addicted to it because it is addicting to post videos. And the most stuff I was posting was the news-related stuff, which I completely understand. People might get sick of that because it does oversaturate the channel. Same thing with Let's Plays. I understand. But this 1,000+ videos on my channel, that's never going away. That will stay there for anybody who's ever curious about watching and all that fun stuff. So, here we are, folks. We're getting close. We're getting to the closing hour. The final hour of Niko the Legend on his Niko the Legend channel for a very long time. But you won't see the last of me. It just won't be for a while because we all deserve a break. And this one I definitely need. You know, like, seeing what YouTube has done to my channel for the past 2.5 months, just no more, you know, just no more. No more. So, just a reminder, once again, hey, if you like what you see on the Niko the Legend channel or anything else, Oaken the Unbearable channel will be open eventually, and then the Niko show, check me out. Subscribe to the channel, check out the podcast on Spotify and Libsyn. You'll see the links down below. And everything else, Niko the Legend, guys. You know, you guys can help keep the channel alive as well. This is a team effort. You know, I've done my part, really. I have. I have done it quite a bit. So now it's your guys' turn to give back. If you want to. If you want to. For those of you who have been giving back and showing the proper respect, I appreciate it. And thank you. Keep it up. Keep it up. And, you know, it's been a long journey. and I'm going to enjoy this vacation. It's going to be nice to break away. I'm going to try hard not even to look at my channel. I just won't care anymore. If I get notifications like, hey, you hit a new milestone or something like that, I'm like, okay, great. But I'm going to try my damnedest to not give a crap about the Niko the Legend, to try to just break away from it. Just break away. It's like, you know, my channel is like my cell phone. It's always with me. I'm always constantly checking it. I want to just break away. I want to go on this vacation and not look back on it for a very long time. Only when I absolutely positively need to. Okay, that's when I'll do it. But other than that, that's it. So, guys, it has been a great honor of doing this for however many years it has been. I don't regret any of the things I've done on here. That wouldn't be fair to me and to you guys, because that's just an insult to injury, and I don't want to pour salt into the wound, because that's not what we're here to do. I'm just here to give you the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me, Niko. And yeah, it has been a pleasure. And if anybody finds this video, know that I do care, and know that I'll keep the name Niko alive, and keep it alive in you as well, if you want to. Otherwise, who gives a crap? Many of you won't even find this, so you could say I'm wasting my breath, but you know what? It's there, and I'll always have proof to show that I actually do care about what goes on in my channel. You know, I'm always trying to do different things. But hey, if you ever see a book on the shelf somewhere, you're at your local bookstore called Niko the Legend, I guess you can know where I'm at now. You know, in the future, or nowadays. Well, folks, I have been your host, Niko the Legend, also known as the well-mannered teenager, the snowflake, the rambling idiot, and Vigil. And it has been a great pleasure. I am repeating myself, but that's okay. And once again, thank you guys. Thank you. Now, this isn't the end for the Niko show, so check me out on Spotify again and again and again. But for all those other people that find me on YouTube only, enjoy while you still can. Goodbye. Don't fret, I'll be back to give you more of Niko. Why can't it be so to call me by my name? Please, friends, sing my song, for I need all of your help. I see so much greatness, you guys are all heroes. You are not alone. We share